The second someone senses fear, they assume they've already won. The moment hesitation flashes across your face, they move closer. Their voice grows louder. Their posture expands. They lean into your space, stretch their presence, and try to dominate the room before you even form a response. But here is the truth most people never realize. Intimidation is rarely about strength. It is about pressure. It is theater. It is a psychological performance designed to make you react before you think. Picture the scenario. Someone speaks sharply. Their tone is heavy. Their body language feels intrusive. Most people rush to defend themselves. They speak too quickly. They over-explain. They try to prove competence in the heat of the moment. And that is exactly where they lose control. Because intimidation feeds on reaction. It survives on emotional movement. The more you flinch, the stronger it becomes. The more you rush, the more authority you hand over. But what if, in the exact moment they expect you to shrink, you become still? No raised voice. No nervous laughter. No defensive rambling. Just calm eyes, grounded posture, controlled silence. Suddenly the script collapses. Their rhythm breaks. Their pressure has nowhere to land, and the balance of power quietly shifts without you ever raising your volume. This is not about becoming cold or cruel. It is about becoming unshakable. Today, you're going to learn 7 advanced psychological control tactics inspired by Machiavellian strategic thinking and modern behavioral psychology. These methods are not about aggression. They are about frame control, emotional regulation, and silent dominance. By the end of this, anyone who tries to overpower you will feel like they've run into something immovable. Calm beats pressure. Let's begin. The first tactic is this: freeze the stage. Every intimidation attempt is a performance. There is an invisible spotlight and an expected reaction. The aggressor is not just speaking to communicate. They are acting to provoke visible movement from you. They want you to flinch. They want you to defend. They want you to react. That reaction is their reward. The moment you understand intimidation as theater, you stop being the audience and become the empty room. When pressure hits, your nervous system wants speed. Faster speech, faster thoughts, faster emotion. That speed gives them leverage. Instead, deliberately slow the tempo. Pause. Let the silence stretch longer than feels comfortable. Hold steady eye contact. Keep your posture level. Slow your breathing instead of accelerating it. Stillness communicates something powerful. Your pressure did not land. Psychologically, when someone applies force and receives no immediate emotional feedback, they turn inward. Self-awareness activates. Doubt appears. Am I overdoing this? Why aren't they reacting? Did I miscalculate? Energy that was directed at you loops back into them. Neutral facial expression is key. Not smug, not hostile, just unreadable composure. Performers without applause become uncomfortable very quickly. Remember this principle. If you do not react, the performance dies. Second tactic, make them reveal. Intimidation thrives on vague statements and emotional exaggeration. You always mess this up. This is a terrible decision. Everyone knows you can't handle this. These sound heavy because they are broad and dramatic. Your counter is precision inquiry. Ask calmly, what specifically do you mean? Which part concerns you? Based on what evidence? You are not arguing, you are examining. Explanation requires cognitive effort. Accusation is easy, justification is hard. When they are forced to clarify, exaggeration shrinks. Contradictions appear. Emotional momentum weakens. There is a psychological shift that occurs when someone moves from attack mode into explanation mode. They lose dominance energy. You gain analytical control. Let silence work for you. After they answer, pause again. Most people fill silence with extra information, often revealing more than they intended. Pressure forced into clarity loses intimidation power. Third tactic, control your tempo. Urgency is the fuel of intimidation. They want fast answers, fast concessions, fast emotion. Slow everything down. A slow speech. A slow gestures. Slow breathing. When humans feel threatened, pitch rises and speech accelerates. That broadcasts stress. Even strong arguments sound weak when delivered hurriedly. Measured pacing signals internal authority. Insert deliberate pauses between sentences. Speak on the exhale. Lower tone communicates stability across cultures. Contrast works in your favor. When one person is loud and rapid while the other is calm and deliberate, observers subconsciously assign strength to the steady presence. Pressure speeds up, authority slows down. Fourth tactic, control the space. Dominance attempts often begin physically before they begin verbally. They step too close. They loom. They invade your purse. Onal zoned. Most people retreat automatically by inches. Those inches transfer authority. Instead, ground your stance. Feet shoulder-width apart, balanced posture, chin level, shoulders relaxed. If someone steps closer, resist immediate retreat. Hold your ground calmly. Often they will self-correct when they sense you are not shrinking. Spatial stability increases the psychological cost of intimidation. It signals that escalation will require effort. Those who hold their ground hold the frame. Fifth tactic, strategic indifference. Many intimidation attempts are emotional hooks designed to trigger pride, anger, or insecurity. Instead of absorbing the remark, label it mentally. That is a pressure move. That is bait. Labeling creates psychological distance. Distance creates choice. Short neutral responses work well. I hear you. That's your view. Noted. You are not agreeing. You are not fighting. You are refusing to emotionally sponsor the provocation. Attention is currency. Every visible reaction is payment. When you stop paying, manipulators lose funding. Indifference, when chosen consciously, is leverage. Sixth tactic, agree without losing. Intimidation often creates a false binary, fight back or fold. There is a third option, calibrated agreement. You acknowledge a fragment of their perspective without surrendering authority. I can see why you'd think that. That's one angle. Then calmly restate your position. Here's mine. I'm choosing this direction. Acknowledgement reduces friction. Brevity preserves authority. This technique lowers their threat response while maintaining your frame. You can grant recognition without granting control. Seventh tactic, leave calmly, win silently. The exit determines the lasting impression. Once your position is stated, disengage cleanly. We're done here. I've made my decision. No rushing, no dramatic gestures, no emotional leakage after turning away. Unhurried departure communicates certainty. Rushed exit communicates relief or fear. The person who controls the ending controls the memory of the encounter. Dominance is not proven by forcing continuation. It is proven by choosing conclusion. Now understand this clearly. You do not defeat intimidation by overpowering it. You defeat it by becoming untouchable. Intimidation only works when it enters your nervous system, when it accelerates your pulse and narrows your thinking. But once you master stillness, inquiry, pacing, positioning, detachment, calibrated agreement, and controlled exits, pressure loses its grip. Power is not loud. Power is not aggressive. Power is emotional self-command under stress. The most unsettling presence in any tense room is the person who does not get pulled. The one who listens without shrinking, questions without trembling, moves without rushing. Let others burn energy. Let them perform. Let them search for reactions that never arrive. Calm turns pressure inside out. If this sharpened your awareness and strengthened your psychological control, support the channel. Like the video so more people learn how to remain unshaken under pressure. Share it with someone who needs stronger emotional discipline. Subscribe for deeper breakdowns on strategy, influence, and mental dominance. Quiet strength is a skill, and here we build it. Remember, you don't defeat intimidation by overpowering it. You defeat it by becoming untouchable.